Hey, Street here. Listen, what was it? Earlier today, I caught up with a couple from a bus tour that I went on to in Europe for about 3 weeks. When was this? Like 2012, I think it was. So yeah, me and Divya caught up with them for lunch, and the wife, she must be in her late 60s, early 70s. Her name's Patty, and she's just the most sweet, beautiful soul. That you could ever wish to imagine. I mean, she is just an absolute darling. And whenever I'm around her or around my wife, I feel drawn to that energy in terms of wanting to take care of them and protect them and look after them and so forth. And one of the questions I get asked a lot is, how can I get my husband back? And he's just not really interested in spending time with me anymore and all that sort of stuff. And he was at the beginning, but now I don't have that anymore. And I guess my first point of call is always, you've got to start to cultivate that feminine spirit inside of you. It is so, so crucial. There's something that happens when you operate with that feminine energy. A masculine man will be drawn to that. And I think it's really important that if you want to try and rekindle that spark in your relationship or your marriage, that you have to do that. It's such a crucial part of the process, but it's something that tends to be neglected quite a lot. And there's a number of reasons for that. Is that society's roles are changing. Before it was very much a case of the woman having a certain role in the household, looking after them, making sure the kids and so forth were looked after, and then the man would go out and do his work and make the money and all that sort of stuff. Whereas now it's becoming so much harder for women as well, because they have to go out, work, plus they've got to look after the kids, or they've got to take care of everything around the household. So what it does is it sort of cultivates more of the masculine energy in a woman as well. And that means that you don't have the same amount of polarity in the marriage or in the relationship. So it's a really, really important thing to spend some time cultivating that within yourself in terms of the feminine energy. I can tell you now, from a male perspective, if you can hold on to that warmth and that feminine energy, it just draws men to you. And this is not about going out and attracting lots of men or anything like that. But what it is you'll notice a huge amount of liberation that occurs when you can really embrace that spirit inside of you, because you'll see that your man will be pulled to you a lot more as well. And obviously, marriages are a little bit more complex than just embrace your feminine energy and everything will be okay. But my point is, it's an extremely important part of the marriage, because it's when that polarity starts to diminish that things start to fall apart. And the thing that I guess hurts me the most in my job is that a lot of the time people come and look for help right at the very end, when there is extreme pain of the prospect of losing the marriage, rather than actually spending some time and working on it whilst it's not at its worst point, at its lowest point. And so, yeah, I think it's really, really important to cultivate that spirit inside of you, that feminine spirit. I promise you'll feel a hell of a lot better. Your husband will be drawn to you, want to look after you, want to protect you, want to care for you, and all that sort of stuff. And that's not to say that you're vulnerable or weak and, that you need help, but I'm sure a lot of you will probably enjoy it if, your man was able to step up and do a lot of things around the house, or just meet your needs. Fundamentally, that's what we're talking about here. And I can tell you now from that experience, or from, in terms of meeting my friend, and also just, all of the years with my wife, I mean, she does it better than anyone. She knows how to cultivate that feminine spirit inside of her. And I'm just so drawn to that on a regular basis. It's just a beautiful, beautiful energy to be around, and I'm just so grateful. So, yeah, super important, ladies. I hope you really take this on board. I can appreciate that sometimes there's a little bit of uncertainty on how to do this. So, if you have any questions, I'm actually just opening up a few spots on a new program that I'm going to be working on with a sort of a handful of women called Awakening the Goddess Within. And so if you are interested or want to know a little bit more about that, then just PM me or write a comment below and say, yes, please. Or you can just click on the link below as well in terms of my calendar link. We can book in a time, have a bit of a chat and see if you're a good fit. Okay, so hope that helps. Open your femininity. It is so, so important. Trust me, you will not regret it. So hope that makes sense, and talk to you very soon. Thanks very much.